What up, you glorious fuckers? I am failing to drink from a straw. I didn't know I could fail to drink from a straw. My skill set is like ever increasing. I surprise myself every day. The last few days have been like I just rough, like beyond usual rough. Because I would not say. I think we handle everything fucking brilliantly, and I think we're treading water really, really well. I would not say it was smooth sailing in just a standard day. So more rough than like my average day, even for the last. Oh my god, I don't know because I've lost my sense of time in this for the last. I want to say 3 days, but I might be very off. Mostly, it's just been the same pattern that I'm getting used to, but and it is a big but with way more time spent being more fused than broken apart trying to get into that shape, which is very new. Normally, it's like most of my time is spent trying to make us feel safe and stabilized enough, I think, to start integrating information, and then any information that gets becomes available to other parts of me just blasts us right back into complete feelings of destabilization and lack of safety. It's been very like rinse and repeat between that cyclically. And the last like 3 days or so, I've been more able to stay together despite information and memories continuing to integrate between parts of me and become available. I've been mostly still trying to keep us stable throughout, to be honest. I don't feel like there's an awful lot of time for like much other than keeping us stable and like trying to keep a sense of routine going. So like we do morning exercises and wash our face and brush our teeth and let the dogs out, and I'm now getting like I've never managed to keep a routine before. Now that I am keeping one, I kind of hate them, but I think that's part of it, and like getting used to that being comfortable is a thing. It's starting to feel so repetitive and monotonous and like endlessly the same. It's making me a bit stir crazy, and also I'm appreciating how it deals with like instead of having my mind be really busy every morning and go through like random overthinking and trauma based tangents, because it does that a lot early in the mornings usually. Instead, it's like that energy goes towards doing all of this stuff for like an hour, and then I kind of feel like the rest of the day has more chance of being smooth and I'm a bit more focused and with it a bit faster. Would also recommend drinking a glass of water first thing. Now everyone says to drink water, but like, no, it really does help bring some sort of slight more energy and focus, drinking more water. So just basically doing things that seem. So most of the stuff that I've been doing is just like continuing to keep us stable while really destabilizing fucking things run through me like a hurricane in my very atoms and bones, consistently cycloning and keeping a sense of like not being flung around with it, but being able to be with it and have this like seriously intense um fucking roller coaster of emotions, but managing to be with them and process them as they are there instead of getting swept along with them so that I can't function. So I basically, all my energy is going towards maintaining a helpful degree of functional routine, what just like as a grounding tool so that I'm not swept along with this cyclone thing that's happening inside. I started trying to draw a picture of what it feels like to fuse, and this is like what it started with so far. It's really, really very much, and there's a lot of variation, which I think I could like I actually got excited for something the other day. I got excited for food twice now. I've been excited to talk to friends, and like it's not like, I've been using these words, like I've said, oh, I'm so excited for things before, but it's all been like a cognitive in my brain process. Whereas lately, I've really felt it through my whole body and like just through all of me. So maybe like feelings of relief are quite. There's a bit of a constant feeling of relief. Like if you were gonna put like a cold pressure thing on something that hurt or something and it relieved the ache, there's like kind of a constant feeling of ache being relieved, and also a constant feeling of like crushing pressure and grief on my chest that just so far doesn't really stop. It's just kind of. I started almost wondering if it was like a physical health issue, but I can tell it's this because if I, for a second, think, oh, I'm not sure I can deal with this, then I come apart again. Not as badly or as far as usual, but like a part of me kind of floats back in, and then the rest of me is like notices and goes, "Hey, come back," like kind of pulls that part back, which is really fucking reassuring and touching and weird because I wasn't aware that I kind of in that part of me had. It's easy to think like these. I bring the grief and the depression with me, and because of everything I hold, things of thinking like maybe I'm not worth fusing with, or maybe it's not fair to bring all of this grief and depression and pain to parts that have been protected from it. And every time I sort of fly off in that part of me and the rest of me pulls me back, it's like really, really perplexing and soothing and surprising and like reaffirming that. I mean, I've actually even said out loud to myself several times very clearly that I am worth all of this. It's not even a question, it's not even a bit of doubt. Everything that I hold, and the fact that it's so much fucking harder to move now and to do anything, and it's like it doesn't even matter in comparison. It's so much more worth it and so much better just to have me all here. And I didn't I didn't know that other parts of me would feel that way. I'm basically just keeping stable while memories make sense and while we get back memories of childhood. We had some the other day that actually weren't bad ones. They were nice memories of childhood, and the feeling as well, like full sensory memories of good things, which I didn't I didn't really know happened. So that was nice. I'm really tired. Should make a shot every time I say I'm really tired. I'm gonna have to get a badge on my hat that says that. Not surprising though. I mean, holy shit! Look at the fucking constant, intense, very serious trauma processing fucking stuff we do every day. Of course, I'm tired. If you're dealing with trauma, you have every reason to be tired, like way more than you're maybe even consciously allowed to be aware of by your own system's rules for keeping you safe at this current time. So if you ever feel like, oh, I shouldn't be tired, why am I so tired? I have no reason to be tired. You have reasons to be tired. You have a lot of reasons to be tired. You have all the reasons to be tired, and you deserve rest. Even like you don't need to earn it. You just inherently deserve rest and patience and understanding from everyone and from yourself. And fuck any assholes that say you don't have any reason to be tired. Okay. I'm feeling. I want to do another video when I have the time because there's some cool stuff like our ability to process, or my ability to process together with this much of me is massively increased. So I had a good experience being on hold the other day, which normally is panic attack territory. It was almost panic attack territory, but I go over that when I have the ability to hold some focus and talk about things for more minutes at a time. Yesterday was oh god, yesterday was just so much depression. It was like it was very, very well solidly fused. I think I only had one or two experiences of separating within myself and coming back together. And I was just so fucking depressed. It felt like I was moving through treacle with weights all over my body, like a sand suit on or something. And I was also strong enough to continue to prepare healthy food and do our morning. Well, Val had to do our morning routine that day, but it's like we still had the ability to do things that fought it. Like it's a lot bigger and it's a lot stronger, but so am I. And made a lot of cue cards from memes on our Instagram that are all affirmations, like we have the power to conquer the challenges anxiety and life gives us. It's interesting writing it for plural and individual use. I figure if it's just in my face all day, maybe they'll drill in a bit. So it was weird. I was more depressed yesterday than I think I've ever been able to embody and feel. And I did so much to fight it so constantly with every part of me. And I could. It was really fucking hard. Every word that came out my mouth was really fucking hard, but I could still do it. That's basically the time we're having right now. It's a bit like that today, but with the lack of uncertainty because we did so well countering and fighting it yesterday. So I'm gonna go try and manage a short walk around the block with the dogs because we're still recovering physically and absolutely drained. Hope you're all having an amazing day. Minimally shit, if it has to be, but preferably amazing. You're all fucking awesome. I hope you all take care.